Shalom, this is Yehudit Gofar. We're now in the 25th day of the 49-day count. We just passed over halfway mark. 49th day, preparation for Sigd, the 50th day after Yom Kippur, on which this Ethiopian community and now the state of Israel celebrates Sigd. It's a rededication, as I understand it, of community to Judaism, to Torah, to a whole way of life with commitment to a connection to HaShem. And so on this 25th day, we're at Netzach, Netzach, double Netzach, very strong. I'm wearing a yellow top with some white decoration and a yellow gold skirt to remind me of Netzach, Netzach. And my scarf, since it's a Thursday, has a lot of orange to it, but also a yellow scarf with some purple, because in the Zohar, Ode, which is this day of the 5th day of the week, has the dark pink, and this is a dark pink purplish combination with yellow. So that's to indicate there are other color patterns to go with the Sephirot. I happen to be most comfortable with the rainbow pattern. It's what I'm most familiar with and have used for well over 30 years, 40 years. So now, I've been showing you how to do the letters for the count. And the letters would be a Khaf for 20 and a Hey for 25. So I'm going to do the open feet on the ground Khaf, stepping back, palms facing down. You turn them upward and then you roll back onto the back foot, and one palm faces up and the other down, and I make the shape of a Khaf from the side. And then it's like swimming a little bit, opening up and coming back, coming forward and coming back. So that's the Khaf, which is the number 20. So on the other side, it's always good to practice on both sides. I went right through it that time. Here's the Khaf. And then I turn, as I come up to like a crawl stroke up to here, I turn this hand over and come back, and then I come forward. It's important. So turning the one hand over, the other hand up, and this is where I start and come back to here. When I want to close, I just turn the hand over, bring this up, and then turn the right hand over and come back. Now the Hey is also stepping back. And I'll do the simple Hey, which is placing the foot back, palms face forward, and as you rock back, your hands come up to shoulders and you point your toe beneath your knee, beneath your hands, and let your head sink. That's the Hey. And rocking forward, you step forward onto your heel and come back. This is the simple Hey. And come forward and bring your back foot forward. On the other side, placing your foot back. And close. So the number 25 would be a Khaf, and I usually change sides when I do sequences, and stepping back on the opposite side. I've been thinking about what I'm going to do after we pass Sigd, and the new month of Kislev will be happening then, and it's a 24-day count till you get to 25th day is Hanukkah. So I've been introducing you to the number system partly to get you more familiar with the actual Otiyot Hebrew letters, and I'd like to do, one of my practices is to do actually counting the alphabet, and some form of that is what I'll do for those countings in the beginning of Kislev as we count up to Hanukkah, and so that you can, those that are stay with me can learn the Hebrew letters and the movements for them in that way. That's where I'm thinking right now. So reminded me partly because this is 25, and the next 25 that's important in our calendar is the 25th of Kislev, the beginning of Hanukkah. That's looking ahead. Right now, we're still in Cheshvan. We just began Cheshvan. We're now in the 4th day of the month of Cheshvan. And we're at Netzach Netzach, which is the 4th week of the counting of the 7 weeks in preparation of Sigd, and it's the 4th day of that 4th week. So we're going to do 2 hariks, one on top of the other. The other change I want to initiate at this point as we move over the halfway point is I've been thinking as I've been teaching about how I talk about 3 levels of soul, which are the active levels that we work with all the time. There are 2 other levels of soul in Jewish tradition, and also there are 4 worlds. And I think I'm going to add a new practice. I haven't done this before, but it feels right now of doing 4 levels for both individual and community right now to talk about more directly spiritual, and the whole thing is a spiritual practice. But the 4th level of soul, Chayah, which is vitality, aliveness, and integration of all the other levels, I want to express by doing 4 combinations now of, in this case it's Netzach and Netzach, so it's 8 altogether of the Chirik at the level of soul, and at the level of community also, recognizing the physical, the emotional, and the intellectual, and overtly the spiritual, the Atzilut level, the 4 worlds. Asiyah is action, the action level in community. Yetzirah is the emotional level of community awareness, and the Beriyah is the intellectual level, the mental level of community awareness, and actually do combination for Asiyut, the nearness to HaShem, closest to HaShem, at the spiritual integrated level of awareness. So let's do the practice. Shoulder width apart. The Harik is a single dot underneath the word, the letter, and it's an E sound, and it goes E. I'll do a few just to show you again. E. There's a slight bend forward with a straight back, and the head is in line with the spine. E. And bending the knees down. E. It's very much a sense of determination, purposefulness, directed action. It's also, for me, I used to call it, and sometimes still do, condensation of self with a capital S, with that part of our soul that's connected with HaShem that needs to be the governing aspect of all the other levels. So it's very appropriate to choose Netzach Netzach, this day of condensation of self, a sense of purpose. Why am I here? Why am I embodied as a soul in a body? What's my purpose? What's our community purpose? What's Israel's purpose? What's Jewish purpose? What's each individual's purpose in whatever your particular tribe and community is? Having a reevaluation of that and a knowing of that. So here we go, the double combinations, 4 levels for the self-development, self-growth, which is the focus for the month of Cheshvan, inner development, and also community awareness. So here we go. For the Nefesh level. E. 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 It's Ruach level. Neshama level. E. E. Higher level. E. E. And then pause. Knees are always slightly bent. Feet parallel, shoulder width apart. And now for community awareness level. In the world, Asiyah of action. E. E. The world of Yetzirah, emotion. E. E. The world of Beriyah, the intellect, the mental awareness. E. E. The level of Atzilut, nearness to HaShem, spiritual integrative level. E. E. And then feet together. Pausing. Letting that energy pass through from crown all the way to my feet, into the tiles here on the balcony, down to the earth, deep into the earth. Relaxing my shoulders, adjusting myself so that I can feel that I'm in line, and lining myself with Hashem's will. Letting myself be breathed. Awareness, I am being breathed at every moment, and I'm alive, and I'm also surrounded by Hashem. So blessings to you on this 25th day of the 49-day preparation for Sigd, rededication to Torah, which needs to be something we do every day. Blessings.